Well, you see the chapter 34 of Genesis tells you that these are the 10 commandments that the people were finally receiving. In other words, they'd moved from a spiritual blueprint of how to live according to ethics. You put God first and so on, to a practice, in other words, to a religion of ritual. Keep these feasts, come up to Jerusalem, don't do so and so, do such and such. Keep the Sabbath. It's a practice. Even, I'm the Lord your God, have no other gods before me. It's a sort of principle, a reality of the spiritual inclination of the person. But not to make any graven image is a specific act. You may still want a graven image. You may not be really putting God first in your inner being, but in a sense, outwardly, you can't fault me. I'm not making any graven image, and I'm not flirting with any of the enemy, and that will actually keep me from the influence of their gods and their corruption, you see. And so we move from a spiritual reality to, well, I want to say actually physical reality. You're obeying me, but I know your heart's not with me. But I keep my word as God, in that I protect you and I take you to the promised land. And if you keep this religion, I will prosper you. It's a bit sad, isn't it? In fact, it's not just a bit sad, it's terribly sad. They could have been one with him. Instead they are, well, people he looks after. Will they appreciate him in the end? Will this religion get them somewhere? Well, I suppose the answer is no, not really. 2,000 years. But some do. I don't mean spectacularly, leaders and so on. I mean people like those that have been good mums or good dads. Those that have been good workmates, good friends. Those that long for God. Those that appreciate just how much he does for us. I mean, it could have been a whole people. It could have been heaven on earth. Do you see there's something of the could have had this overwhelmingly close relationship with God, but they end up with a practice, a religion. But on the other hand, well, He's a wonderful God, and even the religion, though it be slow, will benefit those that start to feel the love of God, a gratitude, a desire for the peace that the religion itself starts to give, a way of life that may nonetheless bring them out of the bondage of ingratitude, of oblivion to our Heavenly Dad's loving kindness. Wow, love you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.